What is up, you guys? Welcome to session number 66. We are diving into, quite some sell-off here. Dow falls more than 200 points. Apple leading tech-driven sell-off. So, guys, we have stocks falling today, on track for another losing session as Apple gets hit again, and other names in technology sector struggled. We'll go into that. We have the NASDAQ pulling back 1.6% as technology stocks felt the brunt of markets drop. The Dow Jones Industrial Average losing 293 points, 0.8%. And we have the S&P 500 dipping 0.9%. Apple really getting hard yesterday with that $2 billion fine. They're obviously going to appeal that from the European Union. Apple really slipping almost 2% on the back of a report from Counterpoint Research that found iPhone sales plunged in China for the first part of 2024. So we have Apple really selling off the last 2 days due to the European Union $2 billion fine. I think it was a 1.8 billion fine. And then today, that Counterpoint Research report came out saying that Apple iPhone sales, slipped almost 2%. So that is what is really causing the market to come down today. Is Apple, leading the way. We also have other, technology stocks as well. We have stocks including Tesla, Netflix, and Microsoft shedding more than 2% each. The S&P 500 information technology sector led the broad index down with a drop of more than 2%. With AMD falling nearly 1% after Bloomberg News reported the chip maker hit a regulatory snag that will prevent their artificial intelligence chip to be sold in China, guys. That's pretty big, as we do not want China to get a hold of our technology to use against us. And GitLab toppled more than 19% after the software company posted a weak forecast for the full year. Outside of tech, we have Target jumping more than 12% after holiday quarter earnings came in stronger than Wall Street forecasted. AeroVironment rallied more than 29%. And those are the non-technology stocks that are moving really heavily on the day. So today's moves, we have obviously more data to come out. I think we have labor data coming out tomorrow. We're digesting what's really happening, and it's really the markets was at all-time highs due to this AI boom. We had start of December, we had Federal Reserve pausing rates, and now we're trying to figure out when the Federal Reserve is going to cut the first rate. And due to inflation data, I don't see them cutting rates until the second half of this year, or even not at all this year. We'll see what happens. We were really hoping for a March this month, this meeting, for the Federal Reserve to cut rates, but I think that is very much out the door. We also have Bitcoin in the news. We have Bitcoin really hitting a record, notching an all-time high today, but really quickly moving towards the red right afterwards. All right, guys, so let's dive into now some technical analysis on the Multiple 30 portfolio. We have the account value at 26,000 today, 26.5. We have 17 in, and we have almost 9 sitting on the sidelines. So right now we're looking at Apple, guys. We're looking at Apple. That is the main contributor to why the market is down today. And we see the 6-month chart here really falling like a knife here at the 21 RSI level. We had it yesterday. We bought it yesterday for the first $20 buy of the day at around 30 RSI level, if I'm not mistaken. But really now trading at the 21 RSI level, way in oversold values. So we're going to see if we want to buy this again, Apple again, or if we want to buy something else that is currently down on the day. So that is $20 buy coming up here soon. We just want to look at Apple and see why the market is coming down, because Apple is a main contributor of that. So now we're looking at the S&P 500 6-month chart here. We're really seeing that price coming back down towards that 50-day moving average. We had a high of 514, now trading at the 507.90 range, trading at fair value on the RSI at the 45 level. Look at the 5-day chart here. You see really making a high of 514, and then now today really selling off due to that Apple news that came out. Surprisingly, we saw yesterday with the Apple $1.8 billion fine from the European Union, we saw the S&P really continue to go up. But today, the market is, feeding off that Apple news, and we are selling off now. So that is the update on the S&P 500 and what it is doing here today. We see a consistent downtrend here on the 1-day chart, getting rejected by that 200-day right there. Buyers trying to come in and trying to get a pop up. But, we see a lot more sellers in the market today with, consistent downtrend here. So that is the S&P 500. Now for our QQQ, let's go to the QQQ position here. Same thing with QQQ, really, trying to reach that 50-day, trying to break above, but, getting rejected. And now we're kind of consolidating here, the market trying to figure out what's going on. And, we go to the 5-day chart, similar thing. Then the S&P 500, we see it really consolidating here, though. And then we saw it really falling like a knife here because it's very tech heavy. And whenever tech does sell off, QQQ does tend to sell off worse than SPY. So that is the update on the 5-day. Now we're looking at the 6-month chart here. We saw it high at 446, and now we see it trading at the 435 level there. Due to coming back down towards that 50-day moving average, I think we're going to add maybe 2 shares here of QQQ. We see it trading at 36 near oversold levels. So let's go ahead and lock in a 2-share buy. Not a lot, but we want to really navigate this market well because we are still considered at highs, but we see a little sell-off today. So let's go ahead and lock in this 2-share buy of QQQ. All right, quantity 2, we'll do a market and amount 870.86. Let's go ahead and lock that in, guys. All right, so we got that at 435.48, guys. That is what we got filled at on a QQQ. For now, our options, guys, we are in a MGM covered call position. So guys, earlier today we were in the money. We see the last price of MGM now at 42.44. Our average is the 42.20. We'll see if this gets to over 42.50. I believe we have the 42.50 strike price here. Yep, 42.50. And we just wanted to do a quick little trade here. We got in. MGM Resorts did the nearest in money as possible, and that gave us a $45 straight into the account. And we're just going to wait until this gets assigned, or if it does not get assigned, we are going to turn around, do another covered call. We do welcome assignment, but if it does not happen, we are not stressing about it as well. So we are in MGM. If it tends to come down more, the lower average price, we will go further out expiration to try and get enough premium to wait until MGM recovers, until we can do a shorter expiration to be able to get better premium. So that is the MGM status covered call position. We're near in the money at the 42.50. We have 8 more cents to go here, hovering in the low 42 level. But we'll see what happens, guys. Now we are going to be diving into the $20 buy of the day. We are doing $20 a day now. We were doing $10 a day for, since July 2023, and now we are doing $20 a day. And when I feel like the market is heading downward, we are going to be extending that as well. So it could be $30 a day, $40 a day, $50 a day. We do not know yet. But let's go ahead and do the $20 buy of the day. Apple is looking very good to me right now, just because it is trading way below that 200-day moving average and below that 50-day, and at the 170 mark, with the 200-day at the 185. So that is looking really good at the 21 RSI level. It's going to be hard to beat, but let's go ahead and look at all these positions. DraftKings, we're not going to mess with DraftKings. We have a covered call, plus it's at fair value, not presenting a better opportunity than Apple right now. We have Salesforce, we have at 298 at a 38. That's near oversold values, reaching down to that 50-day moving average. Zoom Video, we have coming back down to that 200-day moving average at the 66.84. Made a run up near the 71. Not presenting a good opportunity, better than Apple. We have a 36 RSI, Apple at 21. Uber, at 40 RSI level, and then we have it trading at 78, coming back down to the 50-day. Tesla here is this is probably going to be the main competitor today with Apple. We really want to add into Tesla, and we really want to add into Apple. So, we have really Tesla coming back up here towards that 200-day moving average. I think it broke 200 for a brief moment, and then some news came out on Tesla, and it just crashed here, guys, falling like a knife towards the now trading at the 26 RSI level, and currently 181.74. So this is going to be main competitor of Apple today to do the $20 buy on. We have Netflix coming back down, trading at the 50-day moving average there, trading at 595. And then we have Microsoft here coming back down to the 200-day at the 32 RSI. So I think the best deals today, right now, is number one, Apple. We have Tesla coming down, also trading in oversold values. And then we have Microsoft here trading near oversold values at the 32 RSI, coming back down towards that 200-day. Since we bought Apple yesterday, we are going to move on and do another stock now. So it's going to be Microsoft or Tesla, and then we're going to come back tomorrow. If Apple seems to be trading near those levels, near the 170 level still, we're going to be adding in heavily again with Apple, but we want to add in to either Microsoft or Tesla, guys, and I think we're going to be doing Tesla today. Let's go ahead and see what Tesla is trading for here. It's trading at 181 right now. We have a average price of 181. Wow, that seems to work great. We have it's trading at the same price as our average price. Let's go ahead and lock in a $20 buy of Tesla here. Let's go ahead and do that. Do market here. All right, guys, so we have Tesla buy, amount $20 buys of the day, the second one, and then we have an order quantity 01104. Let's go ahead and lock that in. All right, we got filled on Tesla at 181.06. That is what we got locked in Tesla, really coming back down to the 25 RSI level here. Currently trading at 181 level there. So that is $20 $20 buy of the day. All right, now let's see if we want to trim, guys. Obviously, Apple is not ready to trim. Tesla is not ready to trim. Palantir is still trading up towards, it is fair value right now. We do not want to trim Palantir yet. Ford really at 54. We are looking to sell in the 60 or above range on the RSI level and overbought values. So we see Disney at 113 with average price of 96. So if we sell one share, that would be around $17. Not really worth it. Might as well just hold Disney. And we're hoping with these $20 buys, guys, we put more money in the market so we can see more profit. But right now, the portfolio is still small. We only have 18 in the market, 8 on the sidelines, and we are spanning it out between 31 different positions, adding QQQ in the mix. QQQ is by far our biggest, at 353 right now. Let's make sure if that's correct here. So yeah, guys, we have QQQ at the top here, only 3%, and we're at a 353 there, following by NVIDIA, Meta, Netflix, Microsoft, Palantir. So none of these stocks are ready to be trimmed yet, but we do have QQQ really gearing up to be trimmed if we want to. We do want to keep adding into Qs until we get 100 shares to be able to do those daily zero DTE options on them, selling options for premium. But right now, we are not going to be selling in this market currently. So that is trading session number 66, guys. We, Apple really getting hit hard these last 2 days. European Union coming out, finding them almost 2 billion. And then we also have today reports. Who was that that reported? It was Counterpoint Research coming out with a report saying iPhone sales in China were 2% lower. So that is why Apple is selling off. I think Apple, Tesla, and Microsoft are presenting opportunities today, but we went with Tesla today for the $20 buy just because we are seeing really come down. We would really like to buy that below 200 again, and we'll just keep tapping in. Same with Apple and possibly Microsoft and any other stocks that present deals. So that is training session number 66. If you guys are not subscribed here yet, please consider subscribing, smashing that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and hit that notification bell to receive updates on when we post. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that outro.